The Falmouth Commodores are on the road today in Harwich against the Mariners. Welcome into Opening the Door. I'm Destiny Sanchez alongside Matt Venezia and Zach Sterdenick. Last night, the Commodores ended with a tie against the Bourne Braves in extra innings. Zach, what did you notice about the game last night?
Yeah, well, it was a really tight one throughout, as we kind of talked about on Closing the Door last night as well. It's not ever fun to tie in a game like that, but able to battle back and get back and at least get a point at the end of it with some really good pitching, some hitting that was a little inconsistent, a lot of double play balls. Going to try and clean that up tonight.
Matt, we saw a little more action on the bases last night. What did you notice offensively about the Commodores?
Well, a very different game than what we saw in the opening game for the Commodores. All the offense came on one swing. In the bottom of the fourth inning, it was Ross Highfill, a guy that, Zach, you and I had highlighted and talked about, saying that, Austin Kelly being here now, you obviously wanted to see him after a kind of shaky performance behind the plate from Ross in the opener. So it's good to have his bat in there as a DH, and he certainly showed why with that two-run shot. 2 for 6 to start his Falmouth career here this summer. So I expect him again, whether it's Austin again, who played a great game behind the plate throughout 2 runners yesterday. Either way, both those guys need to be in the lineup. I expect to see that tonight. Ross has been around that 6-7 spot in the order, should remain that way, but if he keeps it up with the offensive bat and the way he's slugging the baseball, we could see him maybe creep his way up on top.
And this is the first time that these two teams are seeing each other this season. What should we know about the pitching matchup tonight?
Well, you've got a Princeton Tiger on the mound for Harwich in Tom Chmielewski. He had pretty good numbers this year. Threw a couple of complete games, a lot of innings for the Tigers. That ERA sub-4. He'll keep it low and he'll pitch pretty well for this Harwich team that's really been carried by their pitching to a 2-0 start. Their starters, 8 innings so far between the two of them, 2 hits, no runs. Chmielewski looking to keep that up tonight. On the Commodores side, though, it's Carson Dorsey out of Gulf Coast State. He's transferring to Florida State this upcoming season. 3-pitch mix, fastball, slider, changeup. He'll use all of those to try and keep these hitters off balance.
Now moving over to the home team, what should we know about the Mariners and what should we expect tonight?
Well, they have offense. We saw it yesterday where they pulled away pretty ugly against Orleans, winning 10-3. So the Commodores are certainly needing to channel in what they did opening night against Wareham. But Kennedy Jones, he's their offensive bat, a .357 hitter this past season at UNC Greensboro. Led Greensboro in hits, RBIs, slugging, all of it. He's at the very top. So I expect him to be in that middle heart of the order. You got to wonder if Dorsey's going to have that mental note for every time he walks into the box to keep an eye on. The defense behind him will certainly have their hands full when Jones is on the base paths because he led Greensboro in steals as well. So very dangerous hitter. I expect him to be all over the score sheet tonight.
This should be a great road matchup for the Commodores and to see all of the Cape teams finding their footing as the start of the season. This has been Opening the Door. We'll see you guys on the broadcast.